Well, little Twisted's all up in the house, and just like Julian said, if you're a little twisted, the universe will send it back to you. Well, hello, Julianne. Welcome, Crystal. Right. You want to go to the moon? Well, let's see if we can take you there. And we'll plant whatever you want to plant on the moon, Crystal. Hello there, Sonny, Catherine, Kathy A, Val. Yeah, I do. I'll grow anything. You got a green thumb, Crystal? So, Denise, welcome. Yeah, Susan F, nice to have you. We got Gary Spikes. Oh, whoa, all the energy in here. Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome, Cheyenne. Cheyenne, welcome. It ain't the dark side. We only do the light here. We got, hey, hello, Ane. Rosemary, nice to see everybody's in the house. Welcome to another edition, everybody. Fantastic Monday evening, and nice to see everybody. And as we stroll and grow on, Angela, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Interesting. Yeah, so the last show with Peter and Julian, both of them were like, wow, with all the energy in the house. It was fantastic. It was just out of this world to have Julian. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, follow me on TikTok, Bigfoot Outlaw. Evidently I have 2 TikToks. I just realized the other one is only got 4 followers. It must have been a very old one. So yeah, that's the one I was using on the show. So it's Bigfoot Outlaw. That's my original one. Yeah. That's the one I'll go live on, and I will bring you up. I don't know when I'm going to go live. It's just going to be random. Hello, Sam Quinton. Welcome, Hannah Slate, Anna D. And don't forget your Discord account, Bigfoot Outlaw 2 on Discord. If you don't have the app, download it. I would definitely go live on that too. Hannah Slate, I got you in line. Discord, I'll send the link out too during the show, ladies and gentlemen. And Discord, you can contact me directly. And it's in live, real time. I will talk to you during the show and as I'm laying and sleeping. So, yeah, far out, ladies and gentlemen. So, round of applause there. I just wanted to throw it out there. So, welcome, everybody. Nice to see you. Julianne, I got you on the list, too. I guess go ahead. And, yeah, thank you, Catherine. Hit the like button, please. And if you're not a subscriber, if you're not a member of the Outlaw family, hit subscribe and join. Yeah, I don't have a membership. However, it is all right, Rosemary. I've got you. I just got a Discord notification, so I will send that out. So yeah, if you want a reading, go ahead and put your name in line. I was behind. Scott got you. Sonny got you. I've got him. For some reason, I got that Sharon Sonny song. I've got you, baby. You got me, baby. Anyways, good evening to all. Angela, may I have a rune ring? Yes, Anna D, we got you there. Crystal, I've got you. Yeah, I've got you there. I have no idea. I got to figure out what decks are going to be speaking tonight. I haven't even chose anything. A little twisted. I've got a ring last time, so I will sit out like a cheerleader. You are so full of it, little twisted. You know that you. All right, whatever. I'll let you. Denise, I've got you too. Cheyenne, I've got you too. All right. Little twist is like, I know. I know. Poor Peter. It was funny, ladies and gentlemen. Because I was like, oh, you got a TikTok account? I was like, Julian, I'll bring you on my live. He's like, yeah, I'll go live with you. And Peter's like, I don't have a TikTok account. I was like, Peter, I got you. I know you don't have a TikTok. Peter's like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, Peter, you set it up here. And he's like, yeah. So I have to figure out, and I'll get Peter a TikTok account. Poor Peter. Yeah, I got to do everything for Peter. But I love Peter to death. Peter is always right. So, yes, Susan F., I got you. Susan, I've got you. But I felt I got to use my robot voice on the last show. Oh, nay, really? Oh, my Lord, you're going to test my knowledge. So she is a pro, ladies and gentlemen, on readings. Oh, my God. I get embarrassed when I have to do pros. Crystal needs 2 readings. No, she actually needs more than that. I'm like, when I get to her, I'm like, Lord have mercy, God, give me everything in your power to help her. But anyway, I love her to death. The robot voice was awesome. Peter was like, whoa, what? I did that during one of our spiritual shows, man, and they were like, oh my God, he's possessed. And people are like flipping out. You should have been on that show because people were like Hail Marys and saying all kinds of stuff. Yeah, everybody was flipping out. Okay, I got 3 Discord notifications. All right, here. So let me see here. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do 2 things at once, which I can. Let me bring this up here. And so, Angela, how was your weekend, by the way?
Oh, it was good. It was relaxing. Now, I did have some paranormal activity. I had spirits knocking, appearing to me. So it was an interesting weekend. I would put it that way, and and there were quite a few spirits that came to me in dreams. Here, there was a team of spirits that had been following me from a cemetery I used to visit when I was a little girl. One of them was my cousin who passed away from an enlarged heart when he was about 7 years old in the 1920s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. I inherited a copy of his death certificate also.
Oh, click on the images that best match the theme of the sample images. What in the world? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something. Now, look. Now, this is testing me if I'm a robot. Now tell me, what images am I supposed to... Tell me, what images am I... You can't even see that because my screen. Look at that. What images am I supposed to click? Okay, maybe it's the flowers. It shows me a fern and it tells me to click on the images that are similar. So we're just going to click on the flowers. Okay, it verified my email. I guess I was supposed to click on the flowers. I have no idea. Okay, my Discord is up. All right, whatever. I never seen something like that. That's whatever. Oh well. You all, don't even ask me. All right, Sunny 11, I got you. I approved you on Discord. Y'all crack me up. Y'all crack me up. That's interesting. So you actually got the death certificate. How does that make you get stuff like that?
I mean, that's really a deep connection. In fact, where I grew up, people have been seeing him as a spirit for many years. And my great uncle could not afford a proper casket for him, so he made one, a makeshift one, out of pine, and buried his son. And we have a photo of him, and I've never actually seen him. I got to experience this an apparition all the years. I grew up, within a block of the cemetery, and I would walk there all the time and have fun because it was a fun place to be. I do have quite a few families buried there. I did have, there was a great uncle who was in the Civil War who is also buried there, and he's appeared as an apparition in the background of a photograph a family member took in his uniform.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but I've never seen an apparition on my cousin, so it's interesting that he never really made a connection with me because there was a bully from that cemetery that was keeping a group of these spirits hostage, and he was not letting him communicate with me. And I had to deal with this bully, and I got on the other side, whereas you have one of these psychic dreams. I don't know if you've had a psychic dream or not. It's more real than real. And I was walking through the cemetery, had grown up playing and walking around in, and I knew exactly where I was, and I knew exactly where all the graves were. Not all of them were related. Some of them were people that had been in the cemetery, and I had a photograph in my hand, and I looked down at this older gentleman, then his face rotted off, and he was the aggressive bully who was holding back all these other spirits. And one of the other spirits there in the cemetery who was there, and I actually remembered her name, was able to look up her grave marker today and find her, but she was fairly recently deceased. And there were candles around her grave, so I used the candles to light the photograph. And as I was walking past all the other graves, the images very quickly would appear of all the people that were buried around in the vicinity I was walking.
Really?
And then, and then I was walking towards the flame. I lit the photo on fire, and I said, I send to the dark side to this bully, this unclean spirit who's holding all these other spirits, and I release all the other souls that he has taken hostage to heaven. And I did that. And now it's an amazing release. It was such an amazing feeling to feel all those spirits go, and that, thanking me for the peace they received and for taking care of this bully who had been with them all this time. And, I used to go there to the cemetery at 6. In fact, I saw an apparition of my great grandfather there. When we had a tornado warning when we were out there, and this was before internet, right? So we were just out there. We just had the radio on in the car, and we were going to take a walk in the cemetery, and the tornado warning said the tornado was heading right towards us. So we immediately turned the car around and started to head out around the cemetery. And then somebody's yard next to the cemetery, I see an open casket, and it was open where I could see this man in that kind of a blue suit from maybe the late 60s, early 70s, kind of this oversized bright blue suit. It was kind of a bit too big for him, but I could see every detail. And I shouldn't, because he was laying down in the casket, and it was winding, was blowing, it was dark. Tornado was heading right toward us, but I could see every detail. Like, why would you leave an open casket when a tornado's coming? And why would you leave in somebody's yard? And then when we got home, that's when the tornado hit, and the tornado actually made a direct hit on our house, and it went over top, and it didn't hardly do any damage. But I actually felt like something transported me to another realm, and this person was just warning me, you better really take this warning seriously. And I did when I got home, and it turned out that, I should have taken him well seriously. And then
Right.
I did a painting of who I saw, and it turns out to me that was my great-great-grandfather looking out for me.
Interesting. All right, Hannah Slate, are you in the house? Hannah, let's make sure they're in the house. It is fascinating, right?
Yes.
Hannah Slate. Hannah Slate. Hello, Shelby. Welcome to the show. Oh, Shelby. Hello, Shelby. Welcome. Nice to see you there, Shelby. Hello. All right, Hannah. So, Hannah, take a couple of breaths. I see you're a little excited. Nice to have you in here, Hannah. All right, Hannah. So hopefully you're having a great day here. And let's see what the cards have to say to you, darling. Yes, Brian, I've got you in line there. Mr. Barber, how you doing today? I haven't talked to you today. Hopefully all is well. So let's see here. All right. Let me clear my mind here. All right. All right. So a few things, right? So I'm trying to... So let's talk about reminiscing. So when we reminisce about a few things, I don't know what you have been thinking about. I don't know if it's something about your past that you miss, or thinking about some of the choices that you have made in your past, right? So let's go ahead on this path for a minute. So when we replay certain things and hold on to things in life, what could have been and should have been, we look at things on yourself, and we kind of put resistance on things into the future. So we talk about this in two folds, and I give life as an analogy, right, Hannah? And I'm not saying this in a negative way. However, we need to look at life in two ways. We have choices in life that we can make, and sometimes the outcome can change. If we take a left instead of a right, or a right instead of a left, maybe this would have this outcome. However, there are things in life that I say is destiny. And I talk about this quite frequently. No matter what we do in life, no matter what journey we take in life, we are going to always end at the end result that life has in store for us. That means if you look at myself and my journey through life, I have to endure all the pain and scars and tribulations to end up where I am now, to be in my spiritual journey and to overcome my trials and to be in my right state of mind as I am now. However, I may have not have seen it at the time, but do I not regret some of the things that I have made decisions on and think if I would have done this, it would have been this, right? Or that. However, let's stop there, because I see a lock. When I see a lock, we're going into a personal sector. But also it looks like that there is an inspire for you to change a way of your living. So I don't know what that means for you personal, but it looks like there should be a change, a new beginning for you to turn things around. I don't know if that's mentally or spiritually, but within your surroundings. But you also not to leave things as a limit to you. So when I say a limit, right, we always try to put boundaries on us and as humans that what we can and cannot do, but take those boundaries down. And that will not restrict you in your thinking process, because a lot of us restrict us and put chains on our own things and our own well-beings. So break those chains. that will also determine what you will be and not what you will not be. Think about what I say and how I say things and the words I use. You have to replay that. Think about it. I like to articulate words, so that means a lot. However, if you reminisce about things, you can manifest things. There are reasons why you think about things in the past. I'm going to stop there because I don't want to open up any personal doors. I think you know what I'm saying. Hopefully that brings you peace and blessings, right? And I think you know where I'm going with that. So, Angela, if you want, take it from there.
All right. And a slate. Drawn some runes for you.
Hey, Liana, welcome to the show.
Very first rune I get is Ewas. This means journey. It means moving forward. I get the sense that you're being told by this rune to move forward, to go past those hurts, to not dwell on them, to go forward. You need to move forward according to this rune, because this rune is telling me that you've learned what you've had to learn and go through what you had to go through. Now it's time to move on because there's greater in store for you. So I'm getting off of this rune. So the next rune I have is Feyu. So Feyu is money. It also means cow. And what I'm getting off of this, that you going to get a sense of relief, because it feels like you're going to get some extra money, some real income that you can use and or set aside whatever you plan to do with it, because it is a gift. The next rune I got is Sowilo. Sowilo is inspiration. It's the lightning bolt is the sunshine. It's success. And it's change. I'm getting change, like a really strong change. It's like this beautiful, bountiful gift that just comes to you, and everything clears away, and you see so clearly what that gift is that you're able to move forward, and you see how to change your life and transform it for the better.
Interesting. Very fascinating. All right. Next up is Julie Ann. Welcome, Julie Ann. Always fantastic energy. All right, Julie Ann. Let's see here. Let me find your name again. Oh, you're already up on the board. Okay, Julian. Let me give you a quick shuffle here. All right, Julian. Let's see here. Julianne, my chest is kind of tight. That's weird. Interesting. All right, Julianne. Hey, Skywalker. Welcome. Verheißen Sie bitte weiter vorne. Guten Tag. Hello there. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. She's got a commercial. All right, Julianne. I'm standing by. You know, why does that always happen to you or some people? But if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be monetized and wouldn't be able to get commercials. Yes. Thank you, Catherine. Please hit like and subscribe and share out. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, hit the hearts, tap hearts. That really helps us. All right. You're back. All right. Let's see here. So, all right. So let's tap into you here. All right. So, Julianne, So the card's referring to a few things. It's giving me a reference to tough times. When it's talking about tough times, it's also giving me a reference, and it's also referencing to remembering. And this is what's strange. It says remember, and this is what I'm hearing. Remember. So it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to, I don't know. Has somebody told you this? Is this a phrase that somebody's told you before? Because it's weird how this is phrased. It's saying, remember that it's nothing's up to this point that has defeated you. Nothing up to this point has defeated you. Has somebody told you that? I don't know. I'm just saying. But let's see here. I'm on the wrong page. Let me see if she's talking. All right. I'm here now. All right, I'm at the bottom of the comments. But it also talks about overcoming challenges before. So that's very interesting. But we also need to think about how we need to be thankful, how we have things. Welcome, Joyski, to the show. Hello, Amanda, welcome. About what we have now, right? And be thankful what we have now and be thankful what we will have in the future. Now, it's weird that it's saying in the future. So what are we talking about? How, Lauren, welcome to the show, about in the future. So what do you think about doing in the future? Because it's showing me future. That's strange because it's interesting. But it's talking about remembering things that you already have. So when we talk about stuff like that, we also have a reference about the moon is bright. And it's interesting is that when we talk about stuff like this, we need to remember to hang in there, right? Because things will come to pass. And we need to be patient because we know we're on the right track. And we're being reminded about that. So I don't understand that. Why it's okay, here we go. My mind was messed up and I can't remember what happened. Oh, okay. All right. So we got affirmation on that. So however that may be, let's heal ourselves from that and let's get that off, right? So when we're going through that tough time, we need to remember that when we go through life, and we talk about this with people that have trauma, right? And I know that you've seen some of my other readings with people that have scars. However it may be, some people can hide them, but we can still see them. But remember that some of those scars we have to endure to be the person we are now. So don't forget that, right? However that may be, you may have to share some of those experiences with others that may need to hear that, right? But if it's talking about challenges before, then that means we need to go back and heal ourselves. So that's nothing bad, but it's just giving you the reminder that maybe we need to give a little meditation to ourselves, maybe some little prayers and self-forgiveness. However, I'm also being tapped, quit blaming yourself. Okay, so let's take that out of the equation. And I'm being shown that, and I'm being told that you kind of, if I would have done this again, I would have done that. No, so so you're saying you've been working on years. Okay, so there's no endless time frame. There's no expiration on that. That sometimes it takes people a long time. Sometimes it may take eternity. It's like I said, there's no expiration date on healing. When I work with people that lose family members, loved ones, husbands, wives, aunts, uncles, children, there is no expiration on grieving. And people that has not gone through the processes like you have, or the trauma like you have, or the grieving like other people have, does not know how to deal with that. So it's hard for people to understand that. However that may be, there are things out there in society, groups out there in Facebook. Mary Mother Trucker, her groups, and some of the groups I belong to that can help with that are very personal and private, that are not out there live doing that with people. That can help with that. And I think that's very important. But the remembering part is very important because I hear that over and over like a record player skipping. So just remember that. Go ahead, Angela.
All right.
And I'm here anytime you need it as well. Hello, Jen Needs. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you. Welcome.
I need to see her name on the screen.
I'm getting it back. There it is. I was looking for it. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Leanne. Okay, so the first rune I have for you, and this is Ewas, meaning journey. To me, it feels like a lone journey. It feels like you're on a lonely journey right now. But it looks like a very wounded one. You know, I'm just giving this image of like this massive wound that you're trying to move on with. And Ewos is saying it's okay, take those steps forward, take those steps forward. Next room, Manas. So Manas is intellect. It's also the bridge between our realm and also the spirit realm. I'm getting from Manas, apply wisdom to the situation, but I also feel like it's telling you to have that deep connection with spirit, so that where you go into a meditation or rest for yourself, just give your time rest and just connect with the spirit world. Just reach out to the spirit world in prayer, asking for help, asking for that connection for healing. And the last rune I got is Othala. So Othala is destiny, it's inheritance, it's money, it's DNA, it's also wealth, and it's what they call the Orlog or the universe. Well, what I'm getting off of this one for Orlog, I'm just getting a very feeling of a lot of healing, but through the female energy, for the sacred feminine. And it feels like the sacred feminine is your key to healing, is what this rune is advising me. It's like, which should be tapping into the sacred feminine would be like the Blessed Mother of God, that holiness, that holy divine feminine that is part of heaven. And without the Blessed Mother, we could not have Jesus. So that divine connection with God through the female is very important according to these runes.
Yes. All right, here. Oh, Shelby. Yeah, that's Virgil. He's just like that. Virgil just off his kicker sometimes. Yeah, I know. So just bear with it. All right. Now, all right, Rosemary, welcome to the show. Nice to have you. And she's like, me, 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 me.
Let's see here.
All right, Rosemary. Oh, you're welcome. Wonderful soul, Julianne. Wonderful energy. All right, Rosemary. Skywalker, yes. I saw a video on Planet Nubru, Planet X passing by Alaska. All right, Rosemary. Let's see here, Rosemary. All right, Rosemary, let's see what we got here. What's very interesting, Rosemary, is that I think we had this conversation once, and it's hard for me is that I can't remember readings very well, but it's talking about in relationships, one of the biggest things that we must look for is consistency. And that's something that we always talk about in everyday lives and what we do things and how we do things. And consistency is a part of human nature. However, we need to also talk about forgiveness. And when we talk about forgiveness, is we need to talk about forgiveness for someone that is not being consistent and giving them permission not to hurt you again. And I don't know why that you need to hear this, but you do. And when I say that, I'm seeing a lock. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, when I see a lock, it's personal. So I'm going to stop. I'm not going to open that lock up and air that. But when I say that, we also need to talk about we deserve things better in life, in things, in relationships, and in our circle. And when we talk about this, we talk about things that can grow on us, that shouldn't grow on us, that needs to be removed. However, we also talk about having those tough conversations that we do not have, that should have taken place yesterday. My yesterday is something that I use as reference that we should have done some time ago. But we put off because we think we're going to hurt someone's feelings. It's not what you say, but how you say things. So when I used to take reports of officers being rude to somebody, I would always ask what was said. Well, that officer was mean to me. He was rude. Well, how was he rude? Well, I just didn't like that he gave me a lecture for 5 minutes because of what? I was speeding. Did you get a ticket? No. Okay, so he gave you a lecture, didn't get a ticket. Did he use foul language? No. Well, he kind of talked to me like I was a child. Well, how did he talk to you? Well, I just didn't like his tone. Well, what did he say? Well, really, he just gave me a lecture. Was he screaming at you? No. So basically, he just had a conversation with you that you did not like because you got caught doing something that you did. By the way, how fast was you going? 83. And at what? 45. Oh, so you should have went to jail. Right. Why are you talking to me? You want a piece of paper to file a complaint? No. All right, then. So we got a scammer out there. Tarot, where they want to tell you if you're in love. So anyways, so it's amazing that you're being told this. So Rosemary, so if you're being told this, there's something that you need to do or take care of in your circle that you should address. However, you probably need to think about how you need to address this. And I always tell people when you address things, you never should do it emotionally, because when you do things emotionally, you always do it with the wrong words and at the wrong time. Always do it when you're not emotional. And always think about what you're going to do before you do it. So don't do it when you're mad, when you're upset, and you're agitated. Step back, take a breath, maybe take a day or two and think about it. So, and it's very important. But make sure, think about what you're going to say and how you're going to address it so you don't go back on how you're going to address it. But it needs to take place. Go ahead, Angela.
All right, so Rosemary. In the first room I get for you is Yara. So Yara is harvest. So this is like your actions coming back to you. So whatever you reap, whatever you sow, you're going to reap. And I'm getting off of this room like you reap what you sow. So your actions are coming back to you full circle. So the next room I have for you is Ansus. So Ansus is telling me to remind you to learn from what has happened. Learn from that past, learn what has happened, and use that as a lesson to not make the same mistake again. For sure, just learn from it. Don't have to feel guilty about it, just learn from it. The next rune I have, and I'll turn flip this the other way. This is Pertho. So Pertho represents the future, the unknown, the mysterious. What I'm getting off of Pertho for you, Rosemary, is that there is a future that is not clear to you. You don't know what it's going to bring, but the runes are telling me just to remind you to apply wisdom to learn from your mistakes so you don't repeat them.
Yeah, that is true. And it's hard. It's hard. All right, Scott M. Step up. All right, Anna wants a reading. Let me make sure. I got Anna on the list. All right, Scott M. Now, Shelby, I've got you in line, hon. I got you, Shelby. All right, Anna D, I got you in line. All right, Scott M. Oof. Scott, I got dizzy when I clicked on your name. Whoa. Yeah, I got like dizzy, nauseated. That's strange.
I got that right at the start of the show that somebody in the room has some nausea.
Ooh, I'm like, yeah, I got, ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that card jumped out. Let's roll with that one. All right. So the card's represent about losing sight of the truth. And it's interesting because I do remember you. This is ironic because this actually goes back to both of your readings with Peter and Julian. It talks about you coming here about to evolve and grow. And it's interesting because both of them said the same thing, especially Julian. That's fascinating. So it's also talking about it's necessary to experience the different times to when you grow the most. In life, we experience things in journey to prepare ourselves for, and the country term, yesterday, right? And tomorrow. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And I think I use that reference a lot with you. And there's always something at the very end that comes to you. However it may be, we also need to remember that you're still dealing with a few things. It will come to pass as well. So once you get over those hurdles, you are going to have some clear sailings. I don't know why. It's interesting. Are you the reason why I got the other deck out? So I have no idea, but we're going to flow with it. So it says, laugh as much as possible and breathe. Go figure, Scott. But it also is referencing to about nurture your life relationships. And I think that fits you very well. And I think we talk about that to the tidbits of the different shows that you come on to. And it's also a reminder about the universe reminding you that throughout your journey. And it's very self-important to have self-reflection on you as that as well. Go ahead, Angela.
All right, Scott. So to get out the pink quartz for you. Pink quartz is the love energy. Let's take a look here. So the first rune I got for you, Scott, is Sowilo. Sowilo is success, inspiration, the lightning bolt, this ray of sunshine. Let's see, I've got the pink quartz here. So what I'm getting off of this for you, Scott, is like right now, like think this is your breakthrough. Like this is the spirit world coming through to you, and a tremendous breakthrough. And I could actually see clouds parting, and you're getting so much more clarity than you have been in the past. The next rune, I'm also picking up like psychic communication as well off of that. It feels like the spirit world's really trying to reach out to you by psychic means as well. So the next rune I have is Rytho. Anglo-Saxon word is rad. That's German for wheel still today. So Rytho here is the solar wheel. It needs a journey with honor and integrity. And in this case, Scott, it feels like you should strongly desire that. You want to be seen as honorable. You want to make the right choices and the right decisions, that you're on the journey. You want to be on the right path. So the next rune I got is Nadi. So Nadi's is just the bare necessities, just focusing on what's needed. That's exactly the straight up what the message I'm getting here is to focus what's needed right now in your life on the necessities, and just let the spirit world guide you on everything else. Is what this rune is coming up. Focus on the necessity, focus what you've got to get done on your day-to-day things. Don't get too carried away, but definitely the rune's saying to keep your feet on the ground, but spirit is guiding you, and let spirit, just trust spirit knows what it's doing, and you focus on what you need to do.
Interesting. All right. So Ana's next. I always hate to do people that are professional, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not a professional, right? I'm just an amateur, amateur. So, I mean, when somebody's like professional that does this for a living, that speaks to spirit and sees spirit, whatever, anyways. So I get nervous. So So it's interesting. So let's see. All right, here. Let's see here. All right, so I shuffle the deck and all right, here we go. I'm nervous as all get out, right? So here we go. All right, so let me great energy. All right. I love her energy, fabulous energy.
Mhm.
And I told her that before being on the shows. However, we need to talk about the reasons why some people walked away from you. So there have been people in your life that has walked away from you, but it has no reason that has to do with you. That's very interesting. But we need to talk about that they've been removed from your life because the universe has been preparing you for your next stage in life. So I talk about this to people and I refer it to as God. When people are down on their luck and don't understand things, I always tell people to turn over to God because God understands things that you do not. And the reason why I say that, God does close doors when you do not pay attention to his calling for you. When you do not listen to what he wants you to do, he will humble you and break you to make you see things his way. Now, that's not being negative, and it's not making you think down on anything. But when he closes a door, things become open on the other side for you to see a path that is not seen by you. Think about what I say and how I say things. It becomes relevant once you understand. Now, when you see the possibilities that lay before you, it seems like as I look at you, it seems like things are starting to fall in line as they are progressing with you. And I also see things that have not been in line with you in the past as you have been moving forward that does not make any sense. But as if I look at the card, it also refers to things in your past have served their purpose. However, it has not making any sense to you, but you have to break and let them go. And that's the hardest thing people have. Let me back up. Humans have the roughest things to do is to let things and break things and let it go, right? Myself, when I'm done, I'm done. People know on my channel, I'm in the wrong thing. Let me get back here. When I say I'm done, I'm done. Everybody knows me. When Grizzly says he's done, he's done. He don't go back, look back, think back. It's over. When I tell people that are in relationships, when you break up, you delete the number, you block the people, you delete them all your social profiles, and you never look back and you don't even think back or anything. And they're like, why do you do that, Grizzly? Because you do not want to be in a relationship or try to have a relationship with somebody, and that person ends up getting a little or whatnot down on her luck and comes back, oh, baby, I love you, I miss you, and all that other stuff while you're trying to build something, right? So that relationship and everything is done, been gone, and over. And that's when things happen. But let's take that perspective and spin it on life in general. But you got to let things go. There are things that it looks like in your life that needs to be healed. And it's ironic because I'm seeing that somebody is coming to you to help with this process. And it's weird for me giving you this message, I can tell you that. But you need to let them go and keep moving. And when I say this is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Because greater is coming, and it is going to get bigger and better. And I think you know that right now. I think you see that right now. I think you know what is coming, and I think the seed is planted. However, I'm also being toted. Toted. Yeah, you're being toted, girl. I'm also being told that what you plant is what you're going to reap your rewards. However, you got to be tender and careful. But you know that as well, right? So you are planning certain things. Let things be, and it will come. I do see you have a wonderful heart and a warm soul, and that's beautiful. Beautiful energy. You are a rare and you got wonderful gifts. You displayed that on the show a few times. And it's very interesting to let me peep into you. You're giggling and you're blushing right now. Oh, that's wild. You're making me blush. Ah! Anyways, go ahead, Angela. I'm starting to stutter.
Well, at
I
least
know. Brian's like, there's that damn Kentuckian making up his own words. I know, Brian, right? That's funny as hell.
well, at least you got your German right earlier today.
Yeah, right.
Now I'm learning French, so now you'll have to get
all right, I got Melinda on. Melinda, I definitely got you, darling.
Okay, so I definitely. So this is for One, correct? So
yeah, One. Yes, One.
One. So the very first rune I have is Berkana. So Berkana is nurturing. When I'm being told by this rune that the reason where you're hurting now is there was a lack of nurturing. There was a lack of that. You didn't get that, and you were seeking that, and you desperately needed that, and you never got it. The next rune I have is Isa. So Isa is ice. And this rune is saying pause. Pause, pause. I'm seeing like enjoy the solitude, pause, rest, look inward. You're still here. You've gone through it and you've come up on the other side of it. Now it's time to rest. Give yourself a break. The next rune I have is Pertho. Pertho is the future. So Pertho is the die cup. It's similar to the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. And what Pertho is telling me in your case is that you do have a good future, a solid future in front of you, one where you feel more confident, more capable, and what you've just gone through laid the foundation for it. So you're going to move on. You're going to experience that healing. And that healing is going to come from the spirit realm, providing that for you and rebuilding yourself. Been building your own confidence on your own so that you have this independence to move on with.
Interesting. Melinda. The one does not call me. Yes, Melinda. Oh, I'll call you, Grizzly. All right. Let's see what I got from Melinda here. All right, Melinda, let's see. All right. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, make sure and sign up for Discord and TikTok. And because when I go on TikTok live, I will bring you up in the live, but you don't have to have your camera on. So if you're in bed, like Penny was the other night, you don't have to show your face. Penny's like, "Did you really, Grizzly?" Yes, I just did. All right, Melinda, let's see what we got here for you. Well, you always got good energy here. All right, Melinda. Melinda, take a breath for me for a minute. Because it's like I'm getting bits and pieces of you. That's weird. All right. So I don't know if this is right or wrong. We're going to go with it. So a couple of things let's talk about. So if people are gossiping about you, who cares? Or spreading rumors, don't fall for it, right? I don't even care, man. You know, if they want to talk about me, I'm parquet. I'm butter, right? Spread me. But no one's worth your lower vibrations. And I don't think anybody ever does that to me. And if they do, I can care less. See for what it is and don't be a part of it. I'm not a part of anybody's reflection or the plan for that. So, but your actions, right? People see your actions in public. And I talked to this about my staff, or not my staff, my co-host or host, Angela, everybody that's associated with us, Anne, Barb, Mike, Scott, everybody that's with us. And about professional standards and so forth and how we portray ourselves. And not only that, how we do this outside the show affects everybody within our family. And same thing when I'm on TikTok and Discord, whatever social media platform we are, you got beautiful energy and people look up to us in you and they rely on you for messages that they cannot receive through spirit and guidance in life. And that is to me very spiritual. And that's something to me very to my heart. And I get very emotional about stuff like this because I see people out on these platforms that are doing what they think is spiritual, and they got this gangster rap in the background, and they're throwing MF, F, B's, GDs, and N's, and whatever else around, and cussing, smoking, dope, vaping, drinking alcohol, and mixed drinks, and whatever consuming, while they're supposed to be delivering spiritual messages. I don't think so. That is not the message I want delivered to me, and especially I don't want to pay for that. Now, I told you that for a reason, and I'm going to stop because I've seen a lock there. However, I still see something in your circle that needs to be addressed, and that has not been addressed that you need to have that conversation with. I do see things that is prospering for you, so that's awesome. I do see things that's coming to fruition this year that you are working on. So congratulations. That is awesome. So yeah, that is really awesome. I'm not going to talk about it. So it seems like something you have been manifesting that you've been wanting. It seems like it's going to be coming out. So that's really good, Melinda. I'm proud of you. And don't forget, we got 3 people to work on. So don't forget that. Oh, she already talked. Dang on it. I didn't get to look. All right, Angela, go ahead.
All right. Melinda. All right, Melinda. I felt drawn to these runes for you. So the first rune I got was Ing. So Ing is protection. I'm getting a message from this rune, which this is named after a male deity, the protector of the household, the father, to be very strong, set very clear boundaries of what people cannot and can do when you are doing professional work and when you're actually interacting with people doing readings, where there were some very clear boundaries in your personal circle that have to be set and have to be honored. If they don't honor those boundaries, they don't need to be part of your inner circle anymore. It's the impression I'm getting off of Ing was. So the next rune I've got is Algies. So Algies is the rune of protection, sanctuary, and truth. And you also see the 3 different forms of energy: neutral, positive, negative. What I'm getting from this very strong is that you're struggling with your connection. It feels like you have a struggle with the connection with the universe, with your energy, and it's because of these other people around you. They're kind of distracting you. I'm just told to take a breath, build your sanctuary, and it feels like somebody's trying to block you. They don't honor those boundaries. They need to be gone. And so that you can help reestablish that deep connection. Next rune I got is Yara. So Yara is harvest. So harvest, I got that you're going to have a lot of prosperity coming in the future. You've been working really hard in the background and it's coming to fruition. But you might want to work on that block. It feels like you're getting blocked with basically what they call the cosmic realms, the different realms. And all this background is kind of blocking you. So once you set those really strong boundaries, set your protection and focus on yourself, open up your heart again, and you'll be able to get that connection again.
All right. Awesome. That's beautiful. All right. So I just went ahead and pulled yours, Shelby. So a few things. I never done yours before, and it's weird. It's strange. I'm not going to lie. All right. So a couple of things. Very strange. It's talking about and this is very strange for me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie. It's referencing when the world comes crashing down, when you take an opportunity to find yourself. And it's very important in this day of age to do that. We also need to understand that not all storms in life are out to destroy you. And we need to remember that. And for some reason, I'm being told to remind you of that. So whatever's going on with that in your life, we have to think about that. Sometimes in life, when things come at us, we have to think about not letting it personally attack us, even though it's kind of hard not to, because I know how your feelings are. But we also need to think about having a clear path in life and cut some of those thorns away through your journey. And that can be hard because sometimes it can be loved ones that can be an obstacle. And I'm going to stop there because it's coming up a padlock. So we're gonna put that to the side. But we also need to talk about, this is awkward. We also need to talk about a decision that, is this a crisis? Going to be a turning point in a decision that we've been waiting for that's going to alter our life, to make our decision on what you want to do, or should I say where you want to go? So, and if that's the case, don't let good old dad hold you back, right? So if that calls moving to another area, go for it. That means moving to another state, go for it. Another area, go for it. It is what it is. People come and go. People change. The main thing is about life is being happy. Life is short. Look at me in 2019. I could have died. Life would have been over, right? So, and look how young I was, 46. So that changed my life. And look at the regrets I had. And look at the life that I have changed because of that cancer at the time they found by accident. So, and that's when you have to make a decision in life, is how much time do we have here on earth left? Do you want to be happy? Because we do not know when our time is up and when God will call us. Nothing here is guaranteed. So happiness for people is taken for granted. And people don't understand that. And when I see people get readings, it's because of their regrets of what I didn't do, what I should have done. And you don't want that. So I'm going to stop there. So I'm not going to give you a lecture on my life, but think about that. And Angela, go ahead.
Okay, where shall we? Okay. So the first room I got for you is Ewas again. So Ewas being the rune of journey. It feels like you are moving in your own direction. You are moving yourself. And it feels like you feel a strong pull that you're meant to make that journey. Like it's something that you know in your heart that's right for you. The next rune I got for you is Ing. So Ing here being protection, stability. It's also the household. It feels like you're very in a strong position right now. A really strong position financially, mentally, health-wise to make this move, this transition. It's like this is the perfect time to do it if you're going to do it. The next rune I got is death and regeneration. So I got this. It feels like you are meant to shut this door and experience a new life, a new you, a new regeneration of yourself. It feels like a complete fresh air, fresh life. When I felt that fresh air, that means, hey, this was a breath of fresh air. I really needed this. I really needed to do this, and you need to make this change.
Yeah, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you enjoyed the show tonight, and thank you for tuning in. So thank you all very much. And don't forget, tomorrow night, tune in. Man, we got a fascinating lineup. And if you need anything, reach out to us. You know how to get a hold of us. You can reach me on Facebook and all the social media platforms. Make sure you can get on Discord. You can reach me on there 24 hours a day. I'm up. So from coast to coast, all around the world, ladies and gentlemen, Godspeed. I love you all. Take care. Thanks, Angela.
Tschüss.